All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Rachel Kennedy, and today we are going to dive into how much it costs to live in the Denver Boulder area in 2023. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those notifications so that you get notified every time I put out new videos, which is every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, welcome back. Again, my name is Rachel Kennedy, and I would love to let you know that I am a licensed broker in the state of Colorado. Denver Boulder area is my backyard and my bread and butter, and as much as I love putting out this content, I would love even more to help you with your real estate needs and help you make that journey, that move out here to Colorado. So please feel free to hit me up on that number and that email that is popping up on your screen below. I am the person that personally responds, and I look forward to connecting with you. All right, so without further ado, let's dive in. So today we are going to cover the cost of living in Denver Boulder area. It is no secret that Denver as a whole, and we're going to include Boulder in that, has had a huge influx of population growth over the last 5 years, which has really increased our cost of living, namely housing, which is what we're going to talk about today. The cost of living is going to include all of the essentials. So your housing costs, your food costs, gas, childcare. What it's not going to include is that budget of being able to go out on the weekends, all your recreation, your travel, etc. So if you're not familiar with it, there's something called the 50-30-20 rule. I have no idea who made it up. It wasn't me. And basically that rule states that 50% of your after-tax income should cover all of your living essentials. So those housing costs, food costs, gas, etc. 30% of your after-tax income should go towards covering all of your recreation, all of the fun stuff you like to do after work on the weekends. And then 20% of your after-tax income should actually go into savings. So it's no secret, we all know that we're in a very high inflationary period and it feels like everything is so expensive right now. I don't know anyone who's not feeling the pinch in their wallets. So please take this with a grain of salt. Understand that times are pretty tough right now to make ends meet. I just say this so don't get discouraged if the numbers that we talk about today aren't necessarily something you can make happen today. So over the last 5 years, Denver has seen a huge population growth. We have seen a ton of Californians move over into Colorado, fleeing California, but not only Californians, we've also seen people from the East Coast, Chicago, those big metropolises that maybe have some really cloudy weather. It's no secret that Colorado is an awesome place to live. We have amazing weather, we have great outdoor activities, we have a great culture and art, food scene in Denver. So there's lots to love about living in Denver. But did you know that Denver's cost of living is actually 12% higher than the national average? So keep that in mind as you're budgeting and as you're figuring out where exactly you want to land. So I did a little bit of research, and what I found is that it is recommended that for a single person living in Denver to make $85,000 a year in before tax income. That translates to $44 an hour. And when I looked up what the average hourly pay is in the city of Denver, it's actually $31 an hour. So we have a little bit of a gap there, right? So keep that in mind as you're negotiating salaries or looking for a job, that the average hourly wage is $31 an hour. But in order to live comfortably in Denver, it is recommended you make $44 an hour as a single person. So we have seen a huge increase in rents over just the last 2 years. We've seen 21% increase in the rents in the city and county of Denver. The average one-bedroom apartment rents for $1,879 a month in Denver. And alternatively, in Boulder, that same one-bedroom apartment would actually rent for $2,300 a month. Now, Denver and Boulder are pretty close in proximity, so why would there be such a big difference? So Boulder has actually put in some pretty strict regulations around development, meaning that they are very stringent on the development that they allow in Boulder. There is virtually no new multifamily housing being developed in Boulder County, which means that the housing that is there is all that's there. So as the population grows, the housing costs grows because it's more competitive. So keep that in mind as you're choosing between Denver and Boulder. Now, there are some really great towns just outside of Boulder, Longmont being one of them, Louisville, Westminster. All of these places are within a 20-minute drive of Boulder, but have a much lower cost of living. All right, so let's talk actually buying real estate here in Denver, Boulder area. In Denver, in order to buy a townhouse, the average person would be looking at a $2,500 a month mortgage. Now, I'm going to caveat that by saying that this is completely subjective. There are a ton of different factors that will go into what your specific mortgage rate may be. And that's going to depend on your credit score, your down payment amount, and of course, the interest rates that are happening that day. Alternatively, a single family home purchase, the average person would be looking at a $4,000 a month mortgage today. Now, again, we have to keep in mind that this is completely subjective. I found a really great resource that I wanted to make sure to pass on to you. It's a website from MIT, and it's www.livingwage.mit.edu. And this is a website that allows you to go in and look at what the cost of living would be in all these different metropolitan areas. So check that website out. I'll put the link in the description of the video, but this would be a great guide for you to use to decide where can I afford to land. All right, now in this video, we really focused on Denver, the city and county of Denver, and the city and county of Boulder. But keep in mind that there are a ton of different suburbs all around the city that have different costs of living, and you may be able to land somewhere just outside of the city with a little bit cheaper cost of living, but still be able to enjoy living in Denver, Boulder area. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope this was helpful. Please feel free to hit me up on the number and the email that is popping up below if I can help with anything related to your move to Denver, Colorado.